I am a photographer who does nude and erotic content. My boyfriend is uncomfortable with it. I'm a photographer and a big part of my work is nude and erotic content. Different people may have different ideas about it, but I actually enjoy the work very much and it's a very good business. I 29F have been with my boyfriend 30M for over a year now, and even though he initially showed no problem with what I do, he has recently told me multiple times that he finds what I do to be a little incorporate and he doesn't feel comfortable with it. When I ask him what parts of my work he has trouble with, he says that he doesn't feel right when he thinks about the fact that I spend most of my day around nude people or work on their pictures. He hasn't pushed me, but has suggested more than a few times to expand my area of work and focus on more normal photography tasks. Most of my clients are either young couples, usually pregnant, young to middle-aged females and working girls, to whom I give a discount to, which my boyfriend is not a fan of. It's not like I'm working with hot guys all day. I may get a few single guy clients every couple of months, and they're usually gay escorts. This keeps getting brought up more and more regularly these days, and I try to explain each time why he shouldn't be as worried or why I can't just stop and be a normal photographer, as he puts it, but things get nowhere and he goes back to the first step just a couple of days later. TLDR, boyfriend is uncomfortable with the fact that I photograph nude people for a living and wants me to stop doing it. Additional info. I really can't bring him to a shoot, as my clients trust me with their privacy. Seeing how it's done might help him, but I really can't do it. Of course I have normal portraits as well, but anyone who Googles my name will know what I do most. What other people might think is definitely part of his concerns, but I'm not ashamed of what I do, and whoever thinks badly of me because of it isn't really someone I want to be around. And I have safe for work portfolios, but I'm known for nude and erotic content for the most part. Bringing him to a shoot might really help. I have a feeling that at least some of your clients would be okay with his presence, if you asked them beforehand and told them they are free to ask him to leave at any time. Your single females would likely be uncomfortable, but maybe a couple or escort would be willing. It's worth asking if you get the chance and don't think it will risk your business. There are a few working girls who I regularly work with that I can probably ask, especially since I'm already giving them a discount. I really don't want a review somewhere online that says, she insisted that I agree to her boyfriend standing there and watch me nude. That's bad for business and very unprofessional. People walk in with the expectation that their privacy is the highest priority. Update. Okay, I have an update. In short, I dumped him. I decided to have a final conversation with him, explain to him that this is my job, this is what I want to do, and this is what I will do. He knew this very well before we got involved with me, and things will not change. I told him that we won't have this conversation ever again, and if he can't accept this, we both should move on. He told me that he accepts it. Good. A week later, he sarcastically asked me about how my day felt like after spending hours looking at woods and cats, quoting him. I found it very offensive. Not only that he's disrespecting my profession, there's a million things more to nude art than woods and cats, he's being very immature. This is something a 14-year-old boy would say, not a 30-year-old man. I let it slide. Later that night, he told me that he has thought hard about the discussion we had last week. I told him that I thought that was done and we weren't going to bring it up again. He said that he was out with some important colleagues and one of them invited him to a party and asked if he's married or what. He said that once he told his colleagues that his girlfriend was a photographer, the colleague showed interest, asked what type. He had to lie and say that I do personal events, because he didn't feel proud of what I did. My response was that he should have told him the truth. He said he couldn't. I told him do it next time. The next day when I was back from work, I saw that he has printed a lot of pictures of genitals, not nudes art, but genitals, and put them on the wall. I asked what's going on. He told me, this is your legacy. This is what you will show our children as your job if we have them. Okay, that was the end of my patience. I broke up with him and I'm happy that I did.